All right, Alan Wake 2. We just got done for us streaming, finishing up Alan Wake and revisiting the remaster or whatever and American Nightmare. Um, it's been a game that a lot of people I would assume has been waiting for since Alan Wake kind of left us for a while because, Remedy went to do some other things, tweaking and adding to their crazy lore and universe that is not just Alan Wake. So I'm excited to play it. Now I am on the PlayStation 5, so I have the option to play with performance or make it look I could play with performance or to keep it with graphics. I don't think there's like a huge difference in the way it looks, but I will play with the 30 FPS graphics for at least my first time around, just to enjoy all the visuals and everything at its best. So my game will not be running at 60 FPS, at least for the first part of it, until I feel like I want to change it or if it's bothering me. But most of the time, I get used to it pretty quick. And this also will have a lot of things flashing at times, so I should probably give like a warning, because it did warn me when you start the game. If that bothers you, then apologies, I can't really do anything about that, as well as high noise frequencies that might play every so often. And I think this beginning part, I don't know, I heard that there might be some issues with copyright and things like that, but I don't luckily give a shit for YouTube, because I'm not trying to monetize my YouTube vids, so either way, we'll just jump into it. Normal. And I may have to adjust the volume. I don't know. Right now, it seems pretty decent. It's just background noise.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either.
Who knows?
But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Oh God, an ass. Jesus. This man got his dick out. When I play video games, I don't want to play a guy with a fat dude with a small dick. I already lived that reality. I'd like to be someone else. Ow. You see a naked, dirty man come out of the water, I definitely, too, would probably be like, you know what? I'll leave that for the authorities. Not my jurisdiction. I'm just here. I do have this on the thing, because it actually does feel kind of smooth. Okay, it is on quality. Like, it actually surprisingly feels smooth for 30, so... such an ass. Well, this part's gonna get 18 plus on YouTube. There's a but. Dear God, no. Ow, fuck. I don't feel so good. To be honest, I don't even know who the fuck I am yet. Hello? Okay, I can sprint. It's okay. Ow, ow, I can't move. Jesus. Dark spirits. Put some damn pants on, boy. Just running around with my dick out. My my third thumb is hanging around. Where am I? It's raining. I'm scared. Oh boy. You'll never get me. Ow! Oh my God, they think they shot my butt. You won't get me if I run to the light. Uh-oh. Hunted season. Get away! Paul Spider-Man! Oh God, his penis is out. Well, 18 plus, because I don't censor. I think I'd wake up today seeing a man's dick, but, you know, surprises happen every day. Welcome to Alan. It just stops at Alan.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
I gotta like adjust the
This trip will
audio
take
to
a
find
little
like
longer
the
than I thought.
right balance.
I'm
Voices
sorry
are
I've
too
been
low.
gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my God, Mom, it's not your fault. People get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers. I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
Hi, Sam Lake.
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid.
Ah, and the voice I like.
Where's that from?
can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work.
Not Sam
The
Lake.
deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene.
It's just that he always
There's
uses
the
his
car,
face
So where's the deputy?
as some of the characters.
By a bear? I'll check out that map.
Alright, before we check on audio, and like, why is this? Boost the shit out of this. Turn everything else down a little bit, for Christ's sake. Like, I want to be able to hear them talk. All right, we're here. There's a lot going on everywhere else. Holy shit. Find the deputies. Get to the crime scene.
You're the one who wanted to switch.
I think I hear someone.
I'm not walking all the way back
Could
down.
be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Wait. Hey, over here.
Oh, hey. Hi. I'm just gonna go look around.
Agent
Cauldron Lake
Casey,
rental
right?
cabins.
Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Sorry, I'm just looking around nature and all that. It was already confusing running around the places when I was as Alan Wake in the first one. Now I feel like I'm gonna get even more fucked.
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Not to be confused with Alan Wake's
Sorry about
character
that,
in
ma'am.
his book.
I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
Alright.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know,
Are you sure?
inside.
So they're not outside organs?
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
A radio on. Thank you. Now I gotta go meet with Deputy Thornton at the
Before we
general
get
store.
to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Now I gotta enter the case board inside my mind.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Case board is a mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. Use this to move around. Zoom. There's a cursor. You are now free to navigate or leave by pressing circle. So what we got here, all the victims reported missing in 2010. No other things. We have Ted Lane, a dentist, stab wounds, bloating, bruises on the wrist. Wendy Davis, teacher, again, and Percy Wolf. Good. Slight differences in murders, bloating only bodies, got cause of death. Chest trauma, exposure to water, post-mortem. Ugh. Talk to someone. Tattooing on the body. Legible tattoos, a message from the killer maybe, or their art. Killer may be a sportsman or a hunter. Well, we got most of the facts. That's all we have right now.
Already hard at work, Anderson.
Things the Mind Place does not pause the game, so be mindful of
just
nearby
getting started.
threats.
Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Oh, good. So it seems like I should really make sure no one's about to punch me.
Nature gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
You go that way. I'm just gonna look around. You know me, I gotta try to go off the beaten path
I'm gonna
just
go
to make
check
sure.
something out. Be right back.
Got it.
I don't have any items to open this. Hey, yeah, I know you
Hey,
hate.
Casey,
Oh, hi.
you putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Does a hike a day keep depression away? Yeah, I can just stare at my watch and be fine. It might be bright, sunny July, but it's never too soon to start worrying about the gloomy months of autumn ahead. That's right. In the grand scheme of life, those dead, depressing days are just around the corner. Have you been taking your vitamin D? Probably not. But all of you thinking, there's got to be another way. There's good news. Hiking has been proven to be incredibly beneficial to your mental and emotional health. So get on out there and just do it. Or get out there and do it. Just don't forget a flashlight in case it gets dark. Missing Doberman found on the trail. A heartfelt reunion took place this weekend where Miss Amanda Smith was reunited with her beloved dog, Coffee Bean. CB, as his owner refers to him, has been... I better not run into omega fatty acids guy. Missing for 3 days, and Miss Smith was afraid that she would never see her best friend. When I got the call, I couldn't believe my ears, she said. I must have asked, am I dreaming? At least 7 or 8 times. It was actually 9 times, confirmed Ranger Stevenson, the man responsible for finding the wayward canine. It's rare that you get to give those kinds of calls, and I feel grateful to have the opportunity with all the predators out there. Usually you're telling folks that you found their dog's dead, their cat's eaten, you know, and so it felt real good to give some good news, even if Coffee Bean is in kind of rough shape. The fur will grow back, sure, but, well, I suppose that's all I should say about that. At least little Sally Upton's whole family erupted in cheers when she won the big match this weekend. Was she playing soccer? Tennis? No. In this brave new world that we live in, her family was cheering her on as she won a match in a game that exists on the information superhighway. The game in question was Mega Baking Star. In which players compete to make the tastiest treats and sweetest eats of their virtual judges online. Bright Falls congratulates Sally on her big win. Dear Lord, no. Rampage at the rental cabins. Unidentified men attack vacationers in the dead of night. Sunday and evening of barbecue and late night fishing was violently disrupted. Saturday, As a mysterious assailant attacked park visitors, causing chaos, destruction at the cabins. The incident left 3 people injured, one of which admitted to county hospital, as whether the attackers are still at large. Bright Falls police have yet to make an official statement. Yeah, cooking sim again, not again. Get the soup. Witnesses of the crime were visibly shaken when 1 minute we were laughing and toasting some marshmallows. The next we heard screaming coming up the cabins. You know what was going on, so we called the police and started running in the opposite direction, said Kurt Mill. Another eyewitness, preferred to remain anonymous, said it's like it appeared out of nowhere. Suddenly my dog starts barking his head off, and the psycho guy came crashing through the trees. I don't think I'll ever feel safe in the forest again. A representative from rental cabins who chose to remain anonymous wanted to remind customers, if you have any plans to stay in our lovely cabins this summer, please get in touch with us, as we may need to change some of the reservations based on the state of the cabin that you have rented with us. The representative went on further to remind future and potential guests that the wonderful amenities that can be found in the company's brochures and on the websites, which is real nice, state of the art. My nephew made it, and he's a real computer whiz. Oh, how nice. My soup, Casey. They love my virtual soup. I throw it in the microwave and it just sits out all the time. Starting fires is prohibited. Don't feed the wildlife. Leave no trace. Throw away your garbage, Casey. Don't leave it on the ground.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Ow, my knees. I can't go on. Now, only you can prevent forest fires. Mirror Peak. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. Got to enjoy reading this now, because eventually the game's just going to be stressful, and I don't want to read. I'll be like, I'm too frazzled. Right now, we're just on a nature walk. Everything's calm. No one was just murdered, and a thick, naked man was just had his heart ripped out or something. Whatever the fuck was going on in that last moment. Oh, hey, I found the dodge button. Ooh,
I'll be
watch
back
out.
in a second.
Roger.
Like that he has no problem with me. It's like, we're on a case, you know. And it's like, yeah, but I'm going to run away. Falls, the powerful feat of nature will revive the spirit as it does the surrounding nature. The churning, grinding waters at the bottom of the falls resemble a Morin pedestal, quite like the one the witch of Cauldron Lake is fabled to have used to travel through the night sky. You small villages and your silly, crazy lore and stories. Oh, hey, Casey. Where are you going?
Welcome back, Anderson.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
Huh.
If getting back to nature is your thing,
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
I like how he's like, welcome back. I'm running away. Of course, we got the guy who I love the voice of playing for the Casey character. Or at least one of the voices I really like. It's like I'm teamed up with not Max Payne. I can't go that way.
This is not the way.
Yeah, but maybe I just want to leave. You ever thought you were just in too deep before it started and you just wanted to leave?
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Where the hell are you going? I gotta replay Max Payne stuff. There's only like 1 or 2 segments of Max Payne I really don't enjoy, but like if I can get through them quick, then it's not a problem.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, Next coffee's on.
No, still not getting it. Try explaining it one more time.
Yeah, but there, can I make it, Mulligan?
There's all this murder stuff, and I'm just like, I'm exploring
I'll look
nature.
around.
Never know
See you
when
in a bit.
something
Take your
useful,
time.
something useful might pop up. There might not be a whole lot right now until we get to like the later parts, but no,
Can't go any further.
that's what you think.
Water's too deep.
Nope, I'm gonna go put my toesies in it. Now I have wet shoes. Casey, my socks are wet. Well, I found stuff. Ugh. Found a battery pack and some painkillers. Fucking armed.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson.
Sorry, I'm going to the witch's hut.
Can be a dangerous place.
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
I keep coming back to him. Witch's hut. Here lived the witch of Calder Lake. Beware, her spirit may still haunt this place. May end up having to come here after we look at the body, for all I know. Not like I have a flashlight or anything going on right now to see shit. Like, I have one on me, but I might be getting ahead of myself where the game's gonna want me to go. Shit, more reading. Friday. Midge told me today that her family's moving away. This sucks. I haven't even told her that I like her yet. What's the point anymore? She said her parents want to get her better jobs and get her to a better school in the big city. Guess that's fair. Who wants to stay in Bright fucking Falls? Sunday. So I told her. She said, thanks. Fucking kill me. Monday. I snuck out last night again. Went to the big house by the lake instead of just watching it from here like I always do. Instead of just sitting around like I always do. Screw that. Anyway, something weird is going on down there. I'm going to find out what. Going to go back there tomorrow with better gear. I bet I can find a way inside the building. Take some photos. Gonna be epic. Was better gear just you bringing a...
Is that a kid's lunchbox?
Oh my god.
An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective.
He hates those cheesy crime books. But he really hates the movies.
So again, Alex Casey is the character that Alan Wake wrote in his 3 books before trying to kill off the character and move on to other things, which then initially started his writer's block and then made him go to... Him and his Whitefall went to, for vacation. I know things can get a little crazy around here, but if you're ever feeling scared, just remember that Alan is watching over us. Oh, God. Manuscript fragments. Manuscript fragments can be used to upgrade weapons in the mine place. So if I have 18 of them, 12 or 12, I can hold the fire button to activate auto fire mode. Increases my rate of fire, increase my magazine size, or land 2 headshots in quick succession to stun an enemy for an extended duration. Yeah, it's also Easter. I don't know. Like, look at that. The weird, colorful rocks. Please don't tell me this cult thing is all about Alan, like, people like Alan Wake disappeared. Let's start a cult and start copying what goes on in his crazy books. I really should explore the, you know, body. Where the fuck am I right now? Alright, well, I'm almost at a dead end. It's so literal. Yeah. Easter egg. Which is lake? Ladle Cauldron Lake. Oh, God. Okay. It's no mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after its cauldron shape, and yet there are many mysterious stories about the lake, it being a gloomy doorway to the underworld or of a witch whose cauldron the lake really was. The legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. He was drowned, but her dropped ladle grew into a strange tree named Witch's Ladle. Woman returned to avenge her wrongdoers. If she was not a witch before, she was one now. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box. With the heart, she would summon him from the lake to exact revenge on her behalf. Or so the legend goes. Oh, great. Everyone's fucking nuts. Even this place is crazy. Why do we even come here? This is not where I want to go. Right. You know what, Casey? Maybe we'll just leave. Maybe it'll be better to just let someone else handle this. Thinking this is above our pay grade. Even if there is shit here, there's so much fucking grass. I'm not gonna see a damn thing. I'm gonna be blind. If there's another tiny lunchbox out here. It was one thing when it was bright glowing manuscript pages floating around. I could see some of them, but this one I'm like, I gotta find a literal lunchbox in the grass? Oh, I'm screwed. God, dodge. Fucking dodging air. I won't breathe you. Alright, Casey, I'm on my way back. Sorry I'm taking so long. Anything in the trash? Hiding stuff?
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
No. Monday, 9/3. Some suspicious activity spotted. The fielder thought he saw movement in the bushes. Footprints around the area were found, but some were compromised by the fielder. Note to self, train the fielder. 9/4. Nothing to report. Some animals. Regular. If a hunter's out after dark, poachers heard some gunshots. Not one of ours. Gotta keep an eye on these people. They could get more than they bargained for out here. Okay. I collected evidence, maybe? That or I just took someone's poker chips and cards. Gambling going on in these parts. I get added somewhere? Still something here to talk to someone. Hold on.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message?
Okay. Jesus Christ. I found this. Note inside mentions Alan. Alan Wake? The hell are these? Oh, that's one part of our clue taken care of. But that's just that one. We haven't done anything with this yet, but we did find a lunchbox that does help. And that's... I get that, but I only have one of these. I don't have enough for an upgrade. I like that this is just my mind place. This is where I come to hang out. Think about... Remember that you can quick access the map without going to it. Thank you. I know. This is the map. Oh, I found some alcohol and gambling.
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
He's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Yeah, come on. Can't give him too much information about the UFOs.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by
Okay.
examining our guest of honor.
Do I
Does this
have
fit
to?
the MO
Can we at
of
least
the
put
previous
pants on
murders?
him?
Step 1. Examine the corpse. Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
You've lost your first key image. You can place it on the caseboard inside the mine place.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Placing a key image on the caseboard begins a new line of investigation. When a key image is placed, it will prompt up a new question. Another body is found near there in perfect timing. Need to see if it is linked to the killings we're here to investigate. View objectives are viewable with the goals.
Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. The killer left the heart right next to the body.
Yes, to see if he's circumcised. This is also important to the clues that we need. Alright.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind.
Look, these are important
More clues
clues.
to work
He's
with.
just like a detective is all.
This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Clues have resolved the open question and unlocked a deduction. As you advance the investigation, new questions will be unlocked. For whatchamacallit? I'm looking at something. I'm like really distracted. New questions will be unlocked, updating your goals. Check your updated goals here. Learn about the victim. Learn about the killer. Talk to someone. I gotta figure out the killer for more evidence. I don't have any clues for the other stuff right now.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
You should say crime. We'll never know.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here.
I say the
Waiting.
way when I had to be him and run up, it seems like they knew he was going to show
Someone
up
left
here.
in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
The killers. Multiple set of footprints. Definitely more than one.
Was he killed here or brought here after? For display. Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale.
Oh, not
He was
that
FBI.
guy.
He came to town about 13 years ago.
Wow, he put
I
on
haven't
weight.
heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Thank you.
So you knew our victim.
It's Nightingale, the guy that kept
Recognize his current
calling
state.
Alan Wake
Yeah,
different
ran into him a few times in
authors
Quantico.
and was like gun happy to
Worked
fight
on
me.
cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after
The one
that.
FBI agent that was just chasing me the whole time.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
He knew about the victim. Nightingale went off the deep end. FBI fired him. Victim is Robert Nightingale, last seen in Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Had a questionable mind. He was crazy.
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here.
I think that's everything.
He died here.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers.
A lot of them, and they were
Quite the
waiting.
party.
Premeditated or spontaneous? Well, after finding evidence, there was a tripod waiting there. And they had beer, so they were sitting there drinking and waiting for it to happen.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt.
And
Use
this
whatever I know about them to guide my intuition.
this
for
Lost
resolution.
Judgment DLC's crazy.
Piece it together.
I like how now that we've had like Control and other games that we're gonna see a lot of that now in it with the like weird shadowy men standing around me.
This mug always
Not
cheers
the
me
worst
up.
mom. That's me. Use our intuition so I can discover new clues by profiling people or interests. Let's look. A ritual murder?
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Missing person.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
That's giving me more to work with. Nightingale came from the lake. I can feel the Nightingale came from the lake, but why now after 13 years? Where has he been?
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
I'll just hang out here. Don't mind me. I go take a look at the lake. So, Nightingale dealt with all of that bullshit.
This one of your hunches, Anderson?
Probably.
Did something happen at the lake?
Maybe.
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here.
For some reason.
Dragged him to the campground.
Just naked.
Strapped him to the table. Cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
Not entirely sure why he was naked, but gotta say it is fucked that he survived all that shit in the first one and just to wake up
I'm
at a
gonna go
lake.
check something out.
Wake up at the
Be right
lake
back.
naked and then just stabbed within a few minutes of the game. I mean, he was an asshole. He just chased me and shot at me and didn't give a fuck about what was going on. I pretty much looked around at a lot of this. I mean, there could be still stuff lying around, but don't fucking know. There's just so much grass. Don't make fun of my pastime.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though.
Salmon, the blocked path. Oh, that's never good. I don't...
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Probably best we just don't touch it or read it. He was so naked and afraid.
On one side.
He was naked. I don't know if he comprehended being afraid.
Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Mm-hmm. Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the
the
words.
words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept? Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
It's like your voice changed into a dude.
Someone's been watching us.
Not the last.
Sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley.
Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
The page.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him.
Ew.
In his chest. I must find out what.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago.
It's the manuscript page.
Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
And we found more. We found a footprint from under the rock, and then the trail that went cold.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Anything else here? I got something hidden inside of him. Then these pages.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
I've gotten all I can get out of this part of the case at Cauldron Lake. We've learned a lot in a short matter of time.
I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what?
Oh no, I'm just looking around.
Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control.
No, that's the other game.
What happens to who? Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
I do that a lot, sir, but I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just aimlessly running because I'm like, there's probably a lot of shit out here that I'm missing, and it's gonna bother me, but I just don't know where to look. That's the problem with these games. I'm so bad at finding extra things.
This entire area is inside a caldera. This whole mountain used to be an active volcano. Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping maw of hell.
You got it. I used to love geology when I was in school. I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair? That's almost a crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
Confused, follow the steps. Wash hands, take chicken out fridge, take a nap. Okay.
Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing. A creepy twig sculpture?
Alright, first things first. Wash my hands. Didn't tell me where I should wash my hands. Which? It's in the pages. Yeah, I can't get lost. Don't you see how they write in the thing? I can't be lost. They say the lake is a caldera, something formed of an erupting volcano, or the sinkholes it leaves in its wake. But what if that's not true? What if it's something else? Something less natural and more man-made, intentional. I say the lake's not formed, it's designed, and it has a purpose. The lake is a hiding place. Beneath the calm surface lies the secret machinery ready to be activated at the press of a button. And the people with the button, they're They're in that big house by the lake preparing. I know it. First drawing, water line. Real caldera is made from a volcano lava. Second drawing, water line. Engineered structure. Strange machines. There is... So I should have actually looked at the, a lot of odd symbols. Place. That's probably what it is I gotta use for here, right? It's probably symbol based. Yep. Wash hands is fucking... That. Bridge is like...
Hey, Casey. What's the forest's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
Get it.
Yes, you do.
What's the third one? Take a nap. You understand it.
Hey there, Mr. Deer.
What the fuck? I
You
feel like I
remind me
should...
of a dream I had.
Shouldn't... I feel like I shouldn't be this high up. There we go. That the nap? Is that when triangles looking left and right? Let's see. Oh, which one? That one. There we go. Alright, Jaylee. Have fun. More stuff. Don't take anything if you aren't one of the trees. I'm gonna be dumb when it comes to looking up for those things. Like, there could be a lunchbox anywhere. There could be supply boxes anywhere with codes and shit.
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
Is that a yes?
Nice talking to you, too.
Like I called Zane and he just shit on the microphone.
Locked. They really don't want people coming in here.
Yeah, I don't have a key for that. Alright, well I probably missed about like 90 collectibles.
One piece, Anderson.
We should get moving.
Forest can be a dangerous place.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town.
Everything's locked. Need
and
keys.
they've got
Damn
a
it.
key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Oh, thanks. I'll take it. Shortcut key.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Just have
Sounds
a cup?
good.
How much coffee do you need? All of it. I don't even know if I used the key.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
I don't know, man. After what they went through the last time, whether they remember it or not. This place, just wipe this place out. Start somewhere else.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
I want in. Oh, I see little colorful rocks
A
again.
lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
We're all in this together, hero. Have a heroic day. The sign says no entry, but I want to go in. Fine, I took their lunchbox.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
For why you jumped back down, Casey, but hey, you know, sometimes you're just stretching the old legs. I get it. Anything they do, I just assume it's in the manuscript. So it was like, he climbed up, but then he climbed back down because he forgot to climb back up. It's like, huh. Weird writing, but okay. Yeah, ladies first. He's like, oh shit. Right here.
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Why? The rarest wildlife in the Pacific Northwest. Finally made my way to Culture Lake. The fence was easy to climb over with the proper gear and skills, which I thankfully possess. Nesco spotting the rare and elusive orange-crowned warbler. A little late in the season, but hopefully I can catch it before it begins its journey south. I noticed intriguing behavior in the surrounding common bird life. They seem to be alarmed and swarm around the lake. No birds of prey nearby. There are some strange sounds carried on the wind. However, nothing I could recognize or explain. Getting a little concerned. I might have to find another spot somewhere safer. The sounds are getting closer. Moved inland. Foliage is stunning. Must come back in fall. Have to stop and sketch the gorgeous vine maple just at the way in the whatever beard hangs off it. Methuselah's beard. This is why trees are better than people. Speaking of people, saw some drunk guys standing around the forest earlier. Acted weird. Maybe drugs? Kept my distance. Should probably find another spot. So annoying. After I saw that weirdo guy, I decided to change spots again. Moved up to the mountain a bit. Found a fantastic overlook at the camp. More interested in the Alaska onion grass. Invasive but edible and surprisingly tasty. Started hearing wolves or wild dogs or something like 10 minutes ago, but they sound wrong. Rabies? Want to leave, but the sun is going down. My stupid phone is dead. Gonna hide in the tent and hope they go away. Something is really not right about this place. It's, again, not in my everyday vocabulary.
I'm getting flashbacks. Remember Ohio?
Sure. The North.
Remember Ohio?
That case was completely different.
The trees, Anderson. He hid the bodies in the forest.
Shadows hiding the bodies in the forest.
Here we are. Minor.
Alright, well, we did it. Guess we'll just leave. To Bright Falls.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far.
What the? Drunk?
With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
Are you, though? Not going to enjoy it about another hour or two in.